We'll see. Oh. This is an interesting countdown animation. What is that? What the fuck? Alright, folks, it is time. It is time. I got up at the crack of dawn. Ready for this. The crack of damn dawn. I look like shit. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna be just a little loud. Let's turn it down just a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so cringe. Let's go. Come on, Bungie.
I know what you're wondering.
Whoa.
What is true?
Whoa.
What is false?
Eris Nykora in a...
The Witch Queen is an unsettling mystery. Our biggest foe, Savathun, has our grandest tool, the light.
It's paying off narrative threads that we planted way back in Destiny 1.
I'm here to protect humanity.
How do we stop this?
The stakes in the universe are rising, and it's the greatest challenge that we've ever faced.
Uh-huh.
We're shedding that dogma of light equals good, darkness equals bad.
Right.
We're really entering the mists and trying to discern what's in front of us and what's lurking just underneath.
Whoa. Whoa,
What is
whoa,
your truth
whoa.
now?
There are a lot of bombshells in the Witch Queen narrative. And that's just scratching the surface of what we're going to get into this year.
Oh, the music is hitting. Let's go,
Queen
Bungie.
and
Is that more?
Season of the Risen is chapter 1 and the beginning of the end for the Light and Darkness saga.
We're really getting to the core of what it means to be a guardian. We are looking at and asking big questions about the light and darkness.
We have a big bad that we've been anticipating for a really long time coming back in the form of Savathun.
Savathun's had a hand in most of the major conflicts that we've
Yes,
been
yeah,
involved
she been
with.
fucking shit up. Yeah.
We've heard about Savathun for years and just bits and pieces, and then like you see it slowly building over seasons until we come to this huge critical
Yeah,
point.
Season of Arrivals, that
Savathun's
was
no longer
fire.
just
Remember
someone to
that.
hear about.
She's not just interfering in little ways. She's now ready to take center stage.
That's right, ready to whoop that ass.
1, 2, 3.
Savathun, she's larger than life. We wanted to make her feel imposing and very regal and dancing through motion in some way.
The light offers us a fresh start.
Oh,
She's very
snap.
manipulative.
That's really
she
cool.
is very ethereal, but she also has like that creepiness to her as well.
She promised she'd help us out with this pyramid ship problem that's coming our way. But the reality of the situation is Savathun is only on Savathun's side. We've outlived our purpose, and it is to Savathun's benefit to wipe us off that chessboard.
She's lived among us. She has played us for fools. She knows us inside and out. And she's been a step ahead of us, like, the whole way. So how do you beat someone like that?
It isn't too late. You can still be forgiven. Be careful.
I'll hold you to it.
Oh
In
my
order to
god.
beat Savathun, you need to understand Savathun.
Her throne world is a manifestation of Savathun's own personality, which is in Witch Queen going through a transformation through the light.
She has these areas that she's kind of trying to shun and push away. For the old hive areas, it's much more
Ooh,
atmospheric.
that looks-
It's
oh,
very
that looks
dense,
really
it's very
cool.
claustrophobic. It's spooky.
Spooky,
And when you make your way
swampy,
into the Lucent hive
dungeony.
area, it's a lot more open and broad.
Every time with the
definitely brighter,
hives
it's definitely
type
more
of stuff is
lively.
awesome.
We want people to look at it like an impressionist painting, something that's very pretty
This
from
is beautiful.
far away, but as you get closer, it's not really what it seems. It's very unsettling.
Ooh, this
You're
statue
looking
is
at
just
shapes, you're
pointing
looking
where
at
to go.
these
Oh,
things
hell
within
no.
the world, and you're not entirely sure what they are, and you have to get close and you have to investigate.
What's really going to be exciting for players is that they're going to get to play that part of psychic detective, trying to solve the many mysteries of the throne world.
Oh yeah, let's go. Mysteries and secrets, let's do it.
Witch Queen campaign, I think, is probably the most ambitious campaign we've made in a very long time.
Yeah.
We're building the Definitively Destiny campaign, so leaning into the journey you can find in exotic missions or the mechanics you might find in a dungeon.
You have to kind of think your way through. You have to figure out, like, hey, what do I need to do next in order to get to the end of this?
We've got Savathun, right? The Queen of Lies. So
Oh, we got
this
puzzles. I
campaign is
already
full
know
of
I'm getting
surprises.
lost. I already know I'm
Savathun
getting
has
lost
all these
in this.
abilities, and you got to make sure that all of the abilities of the bosses would be something worthy of her. And as I kept thinking about this, you know, I felt like I was really becoming Savathun.
We've also added the
Ooh, look at
legendary
the-
difficulty, which is called Become Legend.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's gonna be loaded with these moments that are gonna be frustrating, almost like teeth gnashing, but when you get through those encounters, you're gonna feel like really accomplished.
Very good.
Rewards, yeah.
As people who have worked on raids and dungeons before, being able to broaden that experience for any kind of player who comes in is really important.
If
Oh, I'm
the
gonna need
Witch
a fire
Queen is the
team.
psychic, detective, fantasy, and journey, then Season of the Risen is that same detective throwing on their flak jacket and defending Earth from the Hive Guardians and the Lucent Hive and Savathun herself.
Look at Crow.
When Savathun shows up on our doorstep with the light, the first person to lend us help is Keitel.
You
Oh.
want us to hit them. I need us to hit them.
She's got this light suppressing technology that the Cabal were using in Season of
Oh,
the
snap.
Chosen, and now she's going to help us use that against the Lucent Hive.
When you're
Okay.
working with Keitel, she has a different approach. It's not about asking questions, it's about getting in there and extracting.
We don't really understand what happened when
Yo.
Savathun actually was able to take the light. And so the campaign and Season of the Risen in many ways is about that story. Guardians
What
need
was
to
that?
stop Savathun's advance beyond the throne world. And Savathun poses an existential threat to everyone because she basically has an undead army.
In fighting the Lucent Brood, this isn't our first time in the game fighting other light bearers, but it is the first time that we'll be facing other light bearers that have much more relentless motives.
That's crazy. We popping supers
When
against
you
each
look
other
at
like.
these Hive
Look at
Guardians,
Dave.
and when they do their abilities, you immediately make that connection like, oh, they are using my powers against me. As soon as we see the knight pop its super and it has 2 shields, you
That's
immediately
sick.
are like, oh yeah, I see that connection, and then it's like, and then you're like, it hits you with those things, and then you're dead, and it's just an amazing
No
experience.
The Guardians
way.
themselves kind of feel like a fire
Are they
team
really
that you're
that
fighting
powerful?
against. We got every class represented.
The Acolyte, when that character casts, does very similar thing as the player.
I'm
Like,
ready to fight those.
The Arc Wizard. The sparks go out. It's ready to go. If you're not smart about it, if you're not paying attention, you are essentially going to have to play that fight over
I love
again.
Dave, bro.
If you're successful
On
in
point with
taking
the
down
sound
one of
effects.
these hive units that are wielding the light, you actually have to go up and kill their ghosts.
That was like one of my favorite things that we were able to do in this game is just that moment where you crush the ghost.
It's kind of this moral dilemma. A ghost is your companion, and now suddenly you have one in your hand and you're about to crush it.
Yeah,
The first time that happens, you're like looking at your hand like, I can't believe what I've just done. Am I doing this? Should I be doing this?
I have a ghost.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
What
Like,
is
what
going
Whoa.
Savathun and her Lucent Brood are the most dangerous enemies we've faced so far. And so we're going to need better, more powerful weapons and tools to fight against that threat.
We did a bunch of work early on looking at various different types of weapons we could add to the sandbox.
We wanted to introduce a special weapon archetype that was
Give me the
effective
goods.
more at a middle range.
Give me the
but
goods.
Also had these kind of additional roles associated with it. The glaive is a projectile weapon, and it is a shield, and it's a melee weapon.
Oh my
We
God.
wanted to keep that experience in first person. It has an immediacy that you don't really get when you're using a sword because the camera is so much further back. Because this is also a projectile weapon with a slower moving projectile, the onus of skill on aiming these weapons is about leading and compensating for the speed of the projectile and anticipating that. If you're in a really difficult encounter and one of your teammates dies somewhere out in the open where you normally wouldn't be able to get to them, you can bring that shield up and actually get the revive and then fall back. Glaives originate with Savathun trying to steal an extremely powerful weapon for her own use, and players will use the weapon crafting recipes that they find throughout the campaign in order to reconstruct this incredibly powerful and incredibly ancient weapon.
More details.
When you put together your glaive in the campaign, you just get a taste that that's what you want to do for the rest of the weapons that you get.
Weapon
Let's go.
crafting lets you target a specific role and go and build that, and you know how long it's going to take you to get there, and you get exactly the thing that you want.
I really want to see what people do with it and like the feedback that we're gonna get and people sharing all of the things that they're doing with that new system.
You're creating your guardian and you want to be able to shape your guardian into what you want them to be. And this gives us a great opportunity to continue to do that.
That's hot.
This is a really big season for weapons in particular. We've got 8 brand new exotics.
Oh man.
The Osteostriga exotic submachine gun. This is
I can't wait to
which
use
Guardians
that.
have made, but it's modeled after weapons of sorrow,
Ooh.
like Thorn and Touch of Malice. Fires swarms of tiny homing projectiles that
I love
land on
exotic
target and
SMGs. That's my
explode
thing.
in this poison burst. We have an exotic machine gun where the whole idea is be the Colossus. You can launch a barrage of up to 20 homing missiles.
It's a comical amount of projectiles on the screen.
That's gonna be busted.
We're doing an exotic glaive for each class this time, and the exotic perks tie deeply into the mechanics of the classes. I think they're going to be really cool additions to build crafting. We've got, you know, the usual suite of raid weapons, destination, activity, seasonal. I recounted it this morning. I think it's about 50 new weapons.
50 new weapons.
You're
All
gonna
right.
have 2 new
About
exotic
50.
armor for each class, totaling 6, 1 stasis, 1 non-stasis. The Titan stasis exotic. Cast your barricade, and instead of, you know, this Traveler's Light and the Rally Barricade, you create a giant wall of ice. Even though this thing is massive, you still get all the benefits of a Rally Barricade.
Oh, that's good.
Warlock Void exotic. We called them the Devouring Rift legs because we wanted Empowering Rift to feel like it had a place in endgame content the way that Healing Rift does. Empowering Rift doesn't heal you. Well, what if it did?
Oh.
In Season 16, you're going to
Let's
see
hear
a
Empower Rift
massive
heal you.
revamp to the Void subclass systems across all 3 classes. This is a huge update and will allow players to build craft in ways that they've never done before.
Oh, that looks so
One
good.
of the things we wanted to do is create a core set of verbs like we did with stasis.
Anyone can run suppressors now. I think that's the pretty cool thing to be able
I'm going
to
to be
do.
running suppressor
Yeah.
grenade
Oh,
probably.
Dude.
We wanted you to feel like you were the energy vampire, feel like you were the Night Stalker, feel like you were that protector, that big Sentinel Titan. So you're going to see things like Bastion, a new Titan aspect, where you take your big old Sentinel shield, slam it into the ground, and create this void barricade that's going to apply overshield to you and your buddies.
My favorite aspect is probably Child of the Old Gods. As this warlock controlling space and time, I'm able to rip a hole into another dimension and then pull out this little like sentient black hole. Whenever I target an enemy, my little black hole buddy is gonna fly over there and start draining their life force.
Dude.
The Void 3.0 update is really setting the stage for how we're thinking about updating the subclasses for the rest of the year.
We're going to extend this philosophy to Solar and Arc. Solar obviously is going
I
to be
can't
about
wait
burning,
for
but
that.
there's this other component to Solar, and that's healing. Arc is all about chaining. It's all about lightning, direct attacks, quickness. We're going to take the fantasies that you know and love today. We're going to embellish them. So
Let's
what you'll
go.
see is like
Ooh.
all of the new abilities, all the new actions you take, reinforce that to the core. Pretty excited about it.
Oh, let's go. I like that
Which
confidence.
is very much the culmination of the last 6 to 7 years of just Destiny altogether. And really, this is starting the road to the final showdown. But things aren't necessarily just dark and light anymore. There's a lot more nuance in the game.
It's going to be a real fight. Players have something that they're really going to be challenged by.
I can't wait for everyone to find out what's been going on with Savathun. Like, I'm excited.
You Guardians are so clever, aren't you?
From the
Oh,
throne world
man.
to the campaign to the customizable build crafting, it all comes together to make Destiny feel really new and fresh.
Very
We've
good.
got more Destiny coming this year than any other year before. It's one
Excuse
of the
me?
most ambitious releases
I'ma
we've ever
hold
put
you to
together,
that.
and the team is firing on all cylinders.
I'ma hold you on that statement. All right? Listen.
Going to do.
I'ma hold you on that statement. Wait, is that it? Bam. I'ma need... Oh my god, Bungie. Bungie